She wasn't born like other children. She came from a cucumber golden and glowing. But behind her magic was a monster's deal, and time was running out. Long ago, in a quiet village surrounded by emerald forests, lived an old woman all alone. She had no family, no child, and no one to call her own. Every day, she knelt beneath the bamboo trees, whispering her wish to the wind. Please, just one child. I don't care how. I just want someone to love. Her plea echoed through the rustling leaves, carried by the breeze to the deepest corners of the forest. For years, her words went unanswered, until one fateful night when the heavens themselves seemed to tremble. One stormy night, the ground trembled. From the shadows came a towering figure, the forest giant, known as Buto Ijo. His eyes glowed like embers in the darkness, his voice a rumble that shook the very earth. He growled with a grin. You want a child? I can give you one, but when she turns 17, she's mine. Desperate, the old woman nodded. She had no other hope. Lightning flashed, illuminating the giant's cruel smile as he vanished into the night. The old woman trembled, torn between hope and fear. What had she done? What price would she pay for her desperate wish? The next morning, she found it. A golden cucumber glowing softly in her garden. It pulsed with an otherworldly light, warm to the touch. As she cradled it in her wrinkled hands, the cucumber split open, revealing a tiny, perfect child within. Eyes like starlight, skin soft as petals. She named her Timun Mas. Years passed like falling leaves. Timun Mas grew into a bright, kind, and fearless girl. She helped her mother in the fields, her laughter ringing out across the rice paddies. She danced in the rain, twirling with arms outstretched, embracing the world around her. And she ran faster than the wind, her feet barely touching the ground as she raced through the village. The villagers whispered about the strange girl who had come from a cucumber. Some feared her, others marveled at her. But Timun Mas paid them no mind, her heart too full of love for her mother and the beauty of the world around her. Each passing season brought both joy and sorrow, as Timun Mas blossomed into a young woman, unaware of the dark bargain that had brought her into the world. But every night, her mother watched the sky, counting the years with a heavy heart. The 17th year was coming soon. On the morning of her 17th birthday, the earth trembled again. The sky darkened, and a chill wind swept through the village. Timun Mas stood in the doorway of their small hut, her eyes wide with confusion and fear. His voice roared through the trees. I've come for what's mine. The mother fell to her knees, tears streaming down her weathered face. Timun Mas stood between her and the monster, trembling but unafraid. Who are you? She called out, her voice steady despite her racing heart. What do you want with us? The forest giant emerged from the tree line, his massive form blocking out the sun. I am Buto Ijo, he growled, and you, little cucumber, belong to me. The mother clutched a small pouch, a gift from a forest hermit long ago. She pressed it into Timun Mas's hands, her voice urgent and filled with sorrow. Run, my child. Run and don't look back. This pouch holds magic that may save you, but you must be brave. With tears in her eyes, Timun Mas ran. She sprinted away from the only home she'd ever known, her feet carrying her swiftly into the depths of the forest. Behind her, Buto Ijo roared, tearing through trees, chasing the girl born of magic. The ground shook with each of the giant's thunderous steps. Timun Mas's heart pounded in her chest, her breath coming in ragged gasps as she pushed herself to run faster than she ever had before. As Buto Ijo grew closer, his hot breath on her neck, Timun Mas reached into the pouch. Her fingers closed around the first item, a handful of needles. With a silent prayer, she threw them behind her. Instantly, a forest of sharp bamboo rose from the earth, towering stalks erupting from the ground in an impenetrable wall. The giant howled in pain and rage, but tore through it, his determination unbroken. Timun Mas ran on, her legs burning with exhaustion. She could hear the crash of bamboo giving way, the monster's roars growing louder once more. Again, she reached into the pouch, this time pulling out a handful of salt. But the monster swam, his massive arms propelling him through the scalding water. Two magical defenses, and still the giant pursued her. She threw it over her shoulder, and the ground cracked and split open. A boiling sea appeared, waves crashing and steam rising in great plumes. Timun Mas felt despair creeping in. She had only one item left in the pouch, her final hope: shrimp paste. It seemed so small, so insignificant against the terror that chased her. With a silent prayer to whatever spirits might be listening, she flung the shrimp paste behind her. As it hit the ground, a storm of black mud rose like a tidal wave, swallowing Buto Ijo whole. His roars were muffled, then silenced as the mud engulfed him completely. Silence fell over the forest. The skies cleared. The earth calmed. Timun Mas collapsed by the river, heart pounding, tears in her eyes. She had survived, and the monster was gone forever. For long moments, she simply lay there, listening to the gentle gurgle of the water, feeling the warmth of the sun on her face. Slowly, she rose to her feet. Her body ached, her clothes were torn and muddy, but a fierce joy burned in her chest. She had faced the monster and won. She was free. She returned home to her mother, to her village, to a world finally safe again. As she emerged from the forest, the people gathered. They no longer saw her as a strange girl from a cucumber. They saw a hero. Her mother ran to her, enveloping her in a tearful embrace. "My brave, beautiful girl," she whispered. "You gave me life and love. That's all that matters. I'm so sorry. Can you ever forgive me?" Timun Mas held her mother tight. "There's nothing to forgive," she said. The village erupted in cheers and celebration. Timun Mas told her story of the magic pouch and her desperate flight through the forest. Above the little house, the stars shimmered gently. Far away in the sky, a single cucumber seed glowed like a promise that courage always finds its way. If this story touched your heart, let it live on, share it, remember it, and pass it to someone who needs courage today.